Hello students, welcome to MBA 360. With the CAT results out, we are trying to help students get to the best B school possible based on the kind of percentile that they have. The objective for us is, of course, the best would be IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore and those kind of things. But every student deserves to get into a right B school based on their score, their cutoff, their merit, their affordability, the fees that they can afford and all. So our objective at MBA 360 is to ensure that you get into the B school based on your merit and score and everything like that. In that context, we are also listing out B schools which offer where you can apply to, even if you have a 60 percentile marks. Now, when you say 60 percentile, remember about 2.5 lakh students appeared for the examination. So when you look at it at 60 percentile, you are essentially rank 1 lakh. Right? Because 60 percentile is what we're talking about, right? But still, every student deserves to be in a B school of their choice. So from that perspective, we're covering some of these institutions. Remember, we're only talking about the 60 to 70 percentile kind of a group, 60 percentile and above, and not 90 percentile and those kind of things. That's not the objective is. So to that extent, the level of B school that we have here is tier 2 and possibly coming down to tier 3 also. But it's important for you to know that there are still good choices out there, which is what we'll be working on. And some of these B schools, by the way, because they're specialized, also are unfairly treated. So we'll also talk about that as we move along. And before I move any further, if you've not used it, please use the Career 360 College Predictor. We call it the CAT College Predictor. Now, this is not meant for just IIMs, but non-IIMs also. It's called the CAT College Predictor for IIM and non-IIM MBA Call Predictor. So what it essentially does is, based on previous year's data, it actually tells you what are your chances of getting a call from any of these B schools. All you need to do is to input your category, your gender and the kind of CAT score details and everything. It will actually predict to you which all institutions are likely to give you a call based on last year's data. So please use that to actually understand what are your chances of getting into a decent B school, at least getting a GDPI call from them. The first one that you should look for is IMT Nagpur. This comes from the IMT group of institutions, IMT Ghaziabad being the first one. 1985 it was established. Then they established Hyderabad, Nagpur and Dubai. So this is owned by Mr. Kamalnath, former Commerce Minister of India. And it is ranked 31st best B school in the country at this point in time, 90% placement and median salary of 16.85 lakhs. So it's a very good number to deal with. In fact, I would say that even if you're 70-80% also, you should look at that as one of the options. So the other B school that I would recommend is the SDA Bocconi Asia Center, which is actually a part of the SDA Bocconi school, which is based out of Italy. It is one of the only universities in the B schools in the country, in the world, which has a triple crown accreditation, which is AACSB accreditation, AMBA accreditation, and Equa Center accreditation, which are global accreditations, right? And SDA Bocconi is the Asia Center. It's based in Bombay, and it's the Asia Center. It is a part of the Italy group, SDA Bocconi, right? This was established in 2003, one of the better B schools that you will find in terms of the student outcome. It's a building. It's in Hirandandani complex in Bombay. 87% placement, 14.1 lakh rupees is the median salary. So you should look at that. If you're anything around 60 percentile to 80 percentile, you should be looking at that very closely. The next one is NIA. NIA is a specialized institution. In fact, only if you're interested in finance and insurance that you must apply here. It's a specialized institution. And to that extent, anyone above 60 percentile should be looking at that very, very closely. It's a very good institution because it almost places 100% of the students. Like if you look at it, 100% placement and median salary of 12.5 lakh. Now, most insurance companies actually go here for placement. So there is a great assurance that if you were to join this institution, you will be placed in one of the insurance companies or banking companies. So from that perspective, this is very, very good institution, specialized institution, founded by the government of India as a public institution in that sense. It's autonomous, founded in 1980 by insurance companies which wanted to recruit, create talent which is meant for insurance industry. So from that perspective, it was created, funded by LIC, GIC and all those kind of insurance companies at one point in time. And 32 acres of campus, 12.5 lakh median salary. And the fee also is very moderate, mind you. In fact, the payback is less than 1 year. So 12.5 is the salary and the cost is 10 lakh rupees. So that's the kind of data that you're looking at. So you must look at that. In fact, NIA is unable to, as far as I know, it doesn't fill in all its seats. So if you are a good student, want to apply to NIA, it's a very, very good option for you. Then you have MDI Murshidabad, which is a part of the MDI group. MDI Gurgaon, you know that. Now, MDI Murshidabad is one of the other things that I started, which is in Murshidabad. 93% placement, 11 lakh median salary. So again, it becomes a good bet for you. Then you have BIMTECH in Greater Noida, which again, the advantage is that it's in NCR. So and it's been there for a long time, mind you. About 38 years of service to the nation. 11 lakhs median salary, 100% placement. That's the reason why it's a good bet for anyone above 60 percentile kind of a CAT score. Then you have LIBA. This is based on Chennai. This is a part of the Xavier's institutions of the country. 97% placement, 11 lakh median salary. One of the best B schools that you will find in Chennai. So if you're around those places, this is a great place for you to study. The next institute you must look for is XIME Bangalore. XIME Bangalore has a couple of other campuses also, which is the XIME in Chennai and Kochi. But XIME Bangalore is is the first institution that came up. It's established in 1991, so it's got quite a bit of history of about 35 years. Established in 1991, it's a private institution spread over 23 acres of, ranking is 23rd best for Career 360. They don't participate in NIRF ranking, or I think it's slightly less than 100. 4 acres of campus, median salary of 11 lakhs, the fees is 9 lakhs, and if you see it's got history going for it. It's been there for a long time, delivering very consistently. So XIME Bangalore is a far better option than what the rankings suggest at this point in time, because if I were to be in Bangalore, I'll definitely look at this very closely. Then you have IFMR, which is a part of Kriya University. Kriya University is founded by Raghuram Rajan, Kiran Majumdar Shah, Nandan Nilekani. All these big people got together to float Kriya University. It is one of the liberal universities in India, which is Ashoka University, Kriya University, Flame University in Pune, and so on and so forth. Now, IFMR was founded by ICSA long back, and then it got subsumed into Kriya University because now they offer an MBA degree, right? Founded in 2011 as IFMR. It's a private institution, 100% placement. Now, there are two different data here. What the NRF shows is different, but what they submitted to NRF is different, which is 100% placement at a median salary of 10 lakh rupees. So you should look at it very closely. Then you have IBS Hyderabad, of course, which is a deemed to be university, one of the first management universities that you have in this country, right? And here they placed 95% of the students at an intake of about 1200 plus. Right, 95% of the students at 10 lakh rupees. So when you actually place so many students at such high, at a 10 lakh median, it means it's a very decent institution. So it's a good option for you if you're a 60 percentile and above kind of a student. Then you have SDMIMD, which is based in Mysore. Again, a very good option for you. It is in our ranking, it is ranked 32 best. The median CTC is 10 lakh rupees. The placement is about 100% is what they, about 90% is what they place. So you must look at that data very closely. Then you have VIT Business School, which is a part of the VIT University based out of Vellore. I think MBA is offered, it's a part of the VIT Vellore, as I said. 90% placement rate, 9.5 lakh as the average salary. 90% placement rate, 9.5 lakh is the average salary, median salary is 9.68 lakh. So to that extent, the intake is small, so they actually managed to place most of the students. Then you have SIES School of Business in Navi Mumbai. It's a part, again, it benefits because it's based in Bombay. A lot of finance and non-banking finance companies actually recruit from this institution. Here the median salary is 8.47 lakhs and 80% of the students manage to get placed. So it's a private institution, but it's been there for a long time, 30 years, right? So that's another thing. Now, we've covered, as I said, this is very important for you to understand that the institutions that I named here are those where if you're 60 percentile and above, you can start applying. These are not the best out there, but they deliver a very good student outcome for the kind of range that they created. Because remember, what we are trying to do is to create a list for you that you can apply whatever your percentile scores are. Every student deserves to be having a great chance at a shot at a great career, right? So from that perspective, we are listing out 95% and above, 90 and above, 80 and above, 70 and above, and 60 and above. The idea is for us simple. It's not that when I say 60 and above, it doesn't mean that 70 and above cannot come here. That also is a possibility. But these are institutions which have been there for a long time, delivered very consistently, are very transparent in the data processes, and have been there and to that extent, you will be able to be reasonably assured that you will actually have a great career ahead. So that is where we listed out. If you want me to cover anything else, please, message me here. If you want me to, want one of our counselors to call you, just message us on the number here and we'll be happy to do that. Thank you so much. Namaste.